Hello everyone, my name's Dean. Let's talk crypto. This is where you subscribe for daily Bitcoin updates and technical analysis. We track the price of Bitcoin as a proxy for the cryptocurrency markets at large. So let's get into it. Looking at Bitcoin. Yesterday we said that we were likely going to retest this band of resistance here, and that's exactly what we did. Not only that, I want everybody to pay attention to the band of resistance we drew out, designated by this purple rectangle here, and look at what price action is doing. Like, we don't always get it this right, but I mean, look at that. Look at how well price action is respecting the upper and lower bands of resistance that we drew out. So in the words of another crypto YouTuber, if you know who, please put it in the comments below. I'll be interested to know if you guys actually watch this or know about this. But ding ding ding, you just can't make this stuff up. Ding ding ding, chicken wings for dinner, tofu if you're vegan. All right, I digress. But anyway, that it's just really interesting how sometimes when you plot out support and resistance, price action just complies. And so basically what we're doing here is we are showing a massive sign of strength at the resistance point. We basically, so yesterday, if you aren't subscribed to the channel or you haven't followed what we've said, we were kind of teetering on the lower edge, at the lower limit of our very, long or 2 weeks long ascending channel that Bitcoin's been in, that we've been tracking it in. And we said that, okay, one of two things can happen. One, we either fall out of this kind of a holding pattern and we completely correct, we find liquidity at 46K or thereabouts, and then we find our way back up. Or from here, we've been saying this for 2-3 days now, from here, we will come back and retest this band of resistance that this is so small, that we'd been rejected from a few days prior. And that's exactly what we did. But this time we're retesting it and showing a massive sign of strength. The first time we tested it, we kind of hung out for a little bit, but got a heinous rejection very quick. 2 strong red wicks down. And now basically this retest is, okay, we're here, we brought our friends, and we're going to attack this 49K level. But again, support and resistance is best designated by bands, not necessarily price targets. A price target would pretty much just refer to the median of a band. So just for clarity's sake, for educational purposes, I'm going to try to keep to that instead of just, throwing out a number as a point of resistance or a point of support. I'm going to try to make a concerted effort to make bands, because that just helps really understand these concepts much better. So we made our way very strongly with these, we're on the 4-hourly chart, by the way, with these strong green candles back into this resistance band. And you don't see a strong rejection out of it like you did the first time, but you see us gaining strength. We call that an SOS in charting, gaining strength by forming basically a bull pattern, a bull flag. If you go on a smaller time frame, you can see it better, maybe even smaller. Let's go into 15-minute, condense it. Yeah, you can see it. We're basically forming a bull flag, right? I guess we can try it out. The stupid magnet's on. Let's turn the magnet off. Boom. Right, and as soon as we break this flag to the upside, right, we are going to shoot up explosively. So that's basically what's happening, and it's just really interesting that once again the highs and low, the higher and the lower limit of our resistance band is being respected almost to the T. And we didn't use the VPVR to set it. We just looked at previous price action. How did we figure that out? Let's go back to the 4-hourly. Oh, geez. Here we go. How did we figure it out? I basically just looked left, and that's a good thing. You have all these indicators, VPVR, you have your exponential moving averages. To be honest, I like to rely mostly on price action, previous price action patterns, Elliott wave analyses, Wyckoff patterns, so on and so forth. But price action, and price action is very powerful because look, you see that band of support and resistance here, or sorry, you see the band of resistance. This can be support or resistance depending on if you're below or if you're above. If you're below, it's resistance. If you're above, it's support. But anyway, you see it here. And if you go left, let's zoom out even more. You see it again here. You see it again here. That's how we made this. It was very powerful. I spent a little time on it, but I think it's worth it. If you get that, if you get support and resistance, if you can do support and resistance really well in charting, you will make a lot of money. You will be extremely accurate because that's what it all boils down to in some ways, right? Okay, so what are we forming? We're forming an inverse head and shoulders pattern. It's very clear. I hope everybody can see that, right? So that rejection, come back down, grab the liquidity. That's the liquidity we grab. This is a buy box or an order box, if you will. Some people call it, from 46 to about 46.3. Yeah, a lot of orders have been set for Bitcoin. From 46.8 to 46.3, a lot of buy orders set. So basically, price action came down, grabbed liquidity, shot back up very, very strongly, and now is coming back down very slightly, very slowly, very methodically, making sure that people have enough time to put their orders in for the next run up. That's pretty much what you're seeing here. You're given time. When you're showing a sign of strength, you're giving buyers time to come in, put their orders in, and once enough orders have been put in, we shoot up. How are we going to shoot up? Where are we going to shoot up to? Let's first just draw the head and the inverse head and shoulders really quickly for those who don't see it clearly. And here it, where is it? It's here. I know. Here it is. Okay. So that's the left shoulder very clearly. This is the head. So inverse head and shoulders, bullish. Head and shoulders, bearish, right? So this is the right shoulder. I think the right shoulder is just going to come back up from here. And that is, there we go. This is the inverse head and shoulders. And the target, as you all know, if you're subscribed to the channel, the target is from the neckline down to the apex of the head, projected from the point of breakout, which would be the top of our resistance range, which would give us our 52.5, almost to the cent. So 52,500 for Bitcoin, which is what we've projected, right? First, that was our first target. And once we get to 52,500, we form another pattern with a neckline like so. Hope everybody sees that. And that's a massive head and shoulders that goes from here. Here, let's extend this. Boom. So just patterns within patterns within patterns. Let's draw it out. For those of you who still don't see it, this is the other head and shoulders that we will make once we get to our 52,500 target. Okay. Does everybody see that? I hope everybody sees that. So this is how you play this kind of pattern game. And these patterns in bull runs or in bullish momentum, bullish patterns they're some of the most accurate price point predictors, right? There's other ways you can see where price is moving to, but these, in my experience, are some of the most accurate. If you want, like, dollar to dollar sort of this, it's going to hit this, right? the bearish targets are seldom, if ever, met, but the bullish targets are usually met, if not exceeded. Now, the target for this bigger head and shoulders is 57,500, close to our target that, I mean, we had this, what, a week, 2 weeks ago? This target of 56,849 for the top of the third wave, and we got that through a couple different ways. But this is essentially it. This is confluence. Again, confluence, if you're not subscribed to the channel, is when you arrive to a conclusion through various means, and the same conclusion, meaning that that conclusion is further strengthened, right? It's like making a thesis and having a lot of different arguments for that same thesis. So that's what we're seeing there. So that's Bitcoin. That's where we think it's going. And again, we're forming a huge sign of strength. One last thing I'm going to show you is, let's say you don't do patterns. Let's say you want to do just Elliott wave. What did I just delete? I'm deleting here. Oh yeah. Okay, I didn't want to delete that. Yeah. Let's make sure. Things. Okay, here. And let's delete all of this. Okay. Let's say, and you know, this channel's main focus is educational. That's where you make your hay. That's, in my opinion, where you make your money, not necessarily on calls or me telling you where the price is going, in my opinion. All right. You learn, you make money, you know, make good price predictions later down the line. Sorry, good investments later down the line by learning how to do this yourself, avoiding pitfalls, avoiding massive drawdowns, knowing when to sell, knowing when to buy, knowing what a good entry point is by learning how to do this yourself. So I learned this stuff over the course of many months, and it's been very useful and very lucrative. That's all I'll say. All right, second way you can do this is using Elliott wave analysis, right? So Elliott wave analysis, again, is looking at waves, momentum waves. So whether you're going up or down, price action goes in waves of 5. 3 waves up, 2 waves down, or 3 waves towards the trend, 2 waves against the trend. So they're clearly, from this point, we clearly have an upwards trend, right? We have strong green candles here. It's very, very clear. So what we want to do is count. How do you count Elliott waves? First, the first wave, which is clear that this is, would be probably from the top of that resistance range down to the bottom here, right? And the first wave in Elliott wave analysis, if you draw the fibs out, it'll be corrected by the second wave to, and the minimum correction will be to the 618. So down here. So that would be down to 48,203. So I guess we still have a bit of downwards action in this right shoulder. Okay, so it can go anywhere between the 0.618 and the 0.5. It can also go as low as the 382, but mostly it's between the 618 and the 0.5. So this is where the second wave should come, at the most shallow here. And then the third wave is usually 618 to 2 of the first wave. So that would mean the first wave, the third wave would end between 51,158 and 52,287. What did we get for our second wave using the patterns? We got 52,500. That, again, is confluence, right? I hope everybody sees that. Again, Elliott wave analysis is a little more, it can be a little more tricky. It takes a little more practice, but it is a very powerful tool. Don't listen to the people who say it doesn't work. A lot of people don't know how to use it, to be honest. But just pull up a book. One of my favorite books on Elliott wave analysis is called Elliott Waves Made Simple, Master Elliott Wave Techniques in Less Than 48 Hours. I don't remember who the author is, but if you just Google that or Amazon, that you should be able to find it. So that's pretty much it for Bitcoin. Just sit back, watch it go up. I don't know if we're going to come all the way down to hit this 21 EMA on this right shoulder. We may not. But I believe, is it the 618 or 786? Let me check. Let me check really quickly. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm almost there. Sometimes I gotta check in the book what the targets are for corrections because I don't always recall. There's a page that gives a summary of these, and I've bookmarked it, but for some reason I haven't bookmarked it this time. Let's see. Sorry about this. I do this live. All right, let's see if I can't just scroll and find this position. Okay, here we go. I found it. All right. The second wave, wave 2, usually ends between 50% and 61.8% of wave 1. So that is what I said, right? Let's pull the fibs once again. Between 50 and 61.8%. Yeah. So the minimum, I think, would be 61.8%. So expect Bitcoin to come down to around 48,200 before turning back up. Okay. So that is Bitcoin for today. I hope this was helpful. I hope this was useful. I hope this was educational. If you're getting value, please smash the like button, subscribe, share this video with your friends, and I'll see you guys soon.